There's just one thing you need to know about Chamber 5. Jungwon in a beret. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, your number one place for island reviews. I am your host Mickey Dub, and this is a place where we can just sit back, relax, and forget about the worries of the world. Now before we get started everybody, I'd just like to have a special mention to all of my friends in California. I hope you're all staying safe and our hearts and prayers are with all of you. But knowing that everybody, I hope you can sit back and relax for the next 15 minutes while we get into some juicy Island episode 11 content. So as usual everybody, let's get it. Now as we get to the end of Island, I do have a bit of a somber feeling, like I feel like we've come through such a big journey together, so I really can't thank you all enough. But as usual, for our 11th episode, I will be giving my thoughts and opinions along the way. I will leave you all some timestamps up here so you can skip right to your favourite chapter, or the loading bar is separated into chapters as well, so you can skip right to your favourite part. Now everybody, before we get into the performances, let's have a chat about MNET. Now I know everybody has an opinion on MNET and their editing and the way that they choose how the votes are revealed and everything like that. But there's just a few things that I feel like MNET could do a little bit differently that personally I don't find helps any situation. Now over the past 2 weeks, all of us Eggies have been voting for our favourite island members. Now I personally believe that when you're voting in a particular program, no matter what it is, every vote should be based on the individual. So everybody can make a decision on their own and they use that decision to vote for their favourite member. But when MNET decides to tweet things like this, I feel like this kind of skews the voting a little bit. I really don't think that MNET should be playing any part whatsoever other than showing the performances. So based on this tweet as an example, I feel like that nobody will vote for Sung-hoon because I feel like that this makes it seem like that everybody has voted for him and he's closer to the top. And also over the past week, I've noticed in the Weverse app that the voting page for Island members, at least for Australia, I'm not sure if this is all around the world, but in Australia you literally have to swipe across 7 times to get to the Island voting. And I feel like that this is such a momentous occasion in Big Hit's history to make like a boy group, and I feel like they should be throwing Island voting captions everywhere. Like, have Island ads on like Instagram and Facebook. Like, turn the Weverse logo orange. Like, they should literally be doing everything to make sure everybody knows that they have to vote. And I just feel like all of these things that MNET and Big Hit and everybody's doing isn't helping the situation. And I feel like all of these little things add up to some votes going in someone else's favour. Now I did also miss pointing out in my last review about the whole handbin situation, and I genuinely feel like in this episode I'm like fired up as well because handbin is just... because the way handbin is edited even into this episode specifically, he looks like he's dumb. Like when they're all cleaning the house, like they're showing him, oh like he doesn't know how to clean things, and I was like, what are you talking about?
여기 한빈이 형 여기 물 닿으면 안 되는데. 여기 물 닿으면 안 돼? 미안합니다.
And then every time Flame-On is having a performance, all the judges are always picking on handbin. I'm just like, that's really not the best way to show support for someone. Now I understand if someone's holding the team back, then of course they should be trained. But I just feel like handbin specifically has such little screen time, but when he does have screen time, he's just portrayed as an idiot. Like, he doesn't know how to peel a banana, or he doesn't know how to clean. Like, just basic stuff like that just really, really annoys me. But let's put MNET aside everybody, and let's get into episode 11, the performances. So let's get it. Now, Vicky hasn't uploaded all of the English subtitles yet, but I just can't wait. Like, I'm just too excited for this. But of course, episode 11 starts with a bit of a twist, and of course, Sunoo, my man Sunoo, the queen himself, gets to choose who goes from the Flame-On team into the Chapter 5 team. And of course, Sunoo chooses Sung-hoon. And Sung-hoon is just so devastated, but I'm really glad that Sung-hoon did come over to this team because he can just show more of his charisma and more of his facial expressions and everything. And there's a little part of me that just loves seeing Sung-hoon get in those awkward situations because it's very cute, but I feel like he really thrives in that as well.
밝다.
Now with the Chamber 5 team, I really love this team, and when they all like are dance practicing together, I really feel like that they look debut ready. Like I feel like that these 5 members in particular look debut ready, and I also think that as much as I hate to say this, Jake might be the weakest link out of all of them, but I just can't give up on Jake because he's my fellow Australian. Jake, I'll be with you to the end. Like, not only do I love the connection between all the members, but I just feel like that, like, you've got Jungwon and Sunoo that are very playful, they're very good with their, like, facial expressions, and the other boys are a little bit harder, but I feel like that, like, Hee-sung and Sung-hoon actually add a lot of character as well. Like, they're, like, cute but manly at the same time. Now when the Chamber 5 boys finish their training, I really appreciate this cute little moment. A bit of Sung-hoon and Jake interaction where Jake just feels a little bit upset and Sung-hoon is just there next to him being the gorgeous Sung-hoon that he is.
그동안 내가 숨어 있었어. 그동안 실력이 없더라고.
Now, with the Flame On team, I just wanted to have a special shout out to Jay. Jay is just so cute in this episode. Like, everything he does is cute, and I just really feel like he's really bounced back from being, you know, sad boy hours in the last episode. And I just loving him see do all these stupid things in this episode. I just want to, like, grab his cheeks and just go, ooh.
선우야, 이게 마예요, 진짜 하지마!
Now, when the Flame On team is performing in front of the producer, I really feel like that the Flame On team is definitely the producer's favourite. Even though, of course, they have some critiques for Hanbin, which I talked about earlier, I really feel like that they do have a lot of powerful dancers. They've got Jay and Nikki leading the way, so I'm really proud of them. Now, I'm listening to the chorus of Flame On, and I'm thinking, haven't we heard this before? Now everybody, please feel free to shout out in the comments below. I'd really love to know what your opinion is of how much Flame On sounds like na ya na. Now we always love watching the Islanders be a little bit stupid, be a little bit themselves, which is like all about what our crack videos are for. But there's this part where they're all just dancing and cleaning to Dynamite in their house. And first off I'm thinking, well, why are they letting them clean the house? But I guess if the Islanders clean the house, then you don't have cleaners with COVID in the house either. Alright everybody, so it's performance time! And just before we go into the performances, there's a really cute moment where Sunoo puts Hee-sung in his place. Hee-sung accidentally sits in the first seat and Sunoo's like, excuse me bitch, I was here first. Now everybody, what is most exciting about this performance is there's just one thing you need to know about Chamber 5. Jungwon in a beret. Like, that's all you need. Like, don't even need to do the performance. Like, a whole new world has just opened because of Jungwon in a beret. Like, I am like a hardcore Jungwon stan after seeing him styled like this. Like, they all look amazing, but like, Jungwon, please, like, in a beret. Now also in this performance we've got Jake in glasses, and to be honest, any guy wearing glasses immediately goes to mythical status. Like, I just can't with the cuteness of this concept, and I just love how at the beginning of this part, like, Hee-sung's wearing a Pepe the Frog eye mask. I'm just like, Hee-sung, if you want to become a meme, then you're definitely doing it right. Now, I just love this song, I love this concept, it's just so light and bubbly, and I feel like I really hope that they release some of these songs as actual singles or as part of an album or something, because this song just puts a smile on your face, and the way like Sunoo just pops up from out behind the blanket and does some like Beyonce moves, and I'm just like, Sunoo, please, like, calm down. This whole part just puts a massive smile on your face, and I just love this whole thing. Now, I also love in this part the raps, and they're all rapping, so I feel like that's definitely a part that we've been craving for in the whole of Ireland is a little bit of rap, and they finally give it to us near the finale. Like, come on, Big Hit, let's get it. Now, it's at this point I just wanted to shout out one of my commenters on my older videos. They said that at the beginning of this whole series, they'll use a lot more of their natural vocals, and as the series has progressed, a lot of their vocals have more backing tracks than their actual singing. And I really feel like that this is still happening in these songs. I really feel like that, of course, there is always some of their natural voice in there, and this isn't aimed at anybody specific, but I just really feel like that they could use less of the backing vocals just to have a bit more like raw emotion. Like, their boys are in here for a reason, they can obviously sing. Let's just let them be heard. Now, at the end of this, I really feel it's so cute, the little pillow choreography that they've got going on, and they stack them all together, and then Sunoo just throws them at Heesung. And Heesung at the end, when he does like that, I'm just like, oh, that's so cringe. It's so like not Heesung at all. I'm just like, Heesung, what are you doing? Now, when the Flame On team walks onto the stage, the first thing I think is, who styled them in plastic bags? Like, I feel like that they obviously look like they're wearing fake leather. Like, at least give them some real leather. But I think the person who rocks this look the most is actually Nikki.
Ooh, ooh, baby, ooh, 어둠을 뒤집은 flashlight. Ooh, ooh, baby, ooh,
Ooh, now when the Flame On team start, you know they're not playing around. You've got Kay, Daniel, and Nikki, and they're just attacking you. Like, I feel personally attacked. Like, they just look so good, and they're just like so fierce.
burn it down, yeah.
아, 진짜 잘한다.
Got the feeling I'ma burn it down. 타올라 지켜봐, yeah.
Ooh, you can just tell in this chorus that like they're taking no prisoners. Like, they're just hitting so hard and they're so powerful, and it just lights the fire within you, know? You just want to like just take your clothes off and just get the leather whip out and just do whatever you want, Flame On team. Now, I really appreciate the attack mode, like they're just in attack mode, especially K and J, but I'm also really happy that Hanbin got an appropriate amount of screen time in this performance. Like, praise the Vietnamese gods. They're finally giving Hanbin some screen time, and I feel like the person who doesn't have as much screen time is Jay and Daniel. Like, where are they? But I really feel like that they're all in attack mode, and when the camera's on them, it's on them when it counts. I also love it when Nikki just throws his jacket back and he's like, Bang PD's all wet for Nikki, and I'm just like, please, like, Bang PD, calm down. Get a fan out, brah.
Burn it down, yeah. Burn it down, yeah. I got the feeling I'ma burn it down.
Can we also just appreciate the choreography where they put their hands up their shirts?
테스트 종료.
Oh, at the end when Kay just stares at you, you're just like, ooh, oh. Okay, now everybody, it's that time of the episode again where we have to farewell another member of Ireland, and my heart just can't take this anymore. But before we get into that, let's talk about the voting. So of course we've got the judges' votes for this episode. Now when they were announcing who was first, I thought for sure it was definitely going to be Heesung, because I do know that the judges love him so much and he's very mature. But I guess going based on this particular performance, they chose Kay. I'm really happy they chose Kay because of course he's one of my favourite boys in Ireland. I can't talk enough about how much I love Kay. But second of all is Nikki. And I'm really excited for Nikki because he really just hits hard all the time. And I'm really glad that he got the appreciation that he deserves, not only from me, but from the judges as well. So I'm really glad to see him jump from 9 up to 2nd because he really deserves it. And the fact that he's only 16 and at this level in his career career. If you can even have a career at 16, like what was I doing? But I really feel like that Nikki is really going from strength to strength, and I have a feeling that he's definitely going to debut in the final 7 as well. But don't hold that to me. And I genuinely feel like that Kay and Nikki being in the top is just revenge for Taki getting thrown out in the last episode. So good on you, Japan. Really proud of you. Yay! And when they announced the third person, I'm just like, it has to be Sunoo. Like, my man Sunoo, the queen bee that he is. I'm so proud of Sunoo. Just go all the way, Sunoo. So proud of you. And Heesung comes number 4th, and Heesung's crying, and I'm just like, oh, poor Heesung. Like, he has so much pride, and he always sees himself as number 1, and he definitely deserves to be number 1, but the fact that he's 4th definitely isn't a bad thing. Like, you're still in the top 7, Heesung. Like, I just really feel for him, and my heart goes out to him, but I feel like he might just be a bit too hard on himself. Now, of course, for number 5, we have Sunghoon, and I really think that Sunghoon has really taken a few risks in this episode and the previous one. He's decided to challenge himself, even though he wasn't really able to control this one in this episode. He really pushed himself to do his facial expressions and really show a different side of himself. So I think Heesung has definitely proved to everybody that he does have many sides, and we just saw another one of those today. Now, when they were announcing number 6, I'm just like, oh, it has to be Jungwon, either Jungwon or Jae. Like, it has to be one of them. Like, to be perfectly honest, if Jungwon and Jae got 6th and 7th, then the top 7 as it is at the moment, I don't want to piss anybody off, but that is how I see my top 7. My top 7 would be the current 5, plus Jungwon and Jae. And as much as I love all of the other members, I really think that that is definitely going to be the team that should debut, especially off these performances anyway. Don't shoot me. Now, Jake came 7th, and I'm really excited for him. Like, of course, as my fellow Australian, I have to be with him through and through. But I really think Jake really pushed himself. He took the criticism on board and turned it into something to make it work for him. So I'm really proud of you, Jake. Keep winning, Jake. Keep winning. Now for 8th place we have Daniel, and I'm really proud of Daniel. Like, I just feel like I'm proud of all of these boys. I can't fault any one of the boys, really. But I just feel like some are definitely a little bit stronger than others. But I'm really glad Daniel got out of 10th place, because I really do not want Daniel to leave. Oh my god. Oh my god, Jungwon.
자동으로 10등 아이랜더 한비는 탈락입니다.
Oh, just by 4 votes. Oh, Hanbin. They did you dirty, Hanbin. Oh my god, Jungwon and his beret lives another day, but I really feel sorry for Hanbin. Like, I really hate saying goodbye to another one of the members, but I just really think that Hanbin has a lot more growing to do, and I really feel like that I personally really love Jungwon, and I feel like that now that Jungwon is number 9 in this episode, everybody's going to go out and vote for Jungwon. I really believe that Jungwon is definitely going to be in the top 7, and I just really can't see it any other way. But that was a really emotional episode, everybody, and I'm really glad I could share it all with you. I don't want it to be the final. I don't want the next episode to be the final, but I guess it will have to come around. But I just want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you like this video, if you love Ireland or anything else Korean, then please feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment below. I love reading every single one of them. And I'll see you all in the finale of Ireland. So everybody stay safe, look after yourself, and I'll see you on the next episode. It won't be too far away. Bye everybody.